Hello. Hello. I got a worm. Why are there empty seats in the middle? What are they? VIPs? Well, ain't none of them here, so let more people in. Come on, MegaCon, open that shit up. Hey, but don't rush. Don't hoard it. Don't rush it. Because then I'll get in trouble. Be civilized, people. Oi, be civilized. Are you listening to me? Be civilized. Take your time. VIPs aren't here. Screw them. Lovely. Okay, everybody have a seat. Sit down. Come on in. You're welcome. The longer you take, the less time we have, so sit your goddamn asses down. Hello, cameraman. I'm gonna flirt with you through the lens. Because you've got good hair. Yep. Uh-huh. So, welcome to MegaCon, everybody! Welcome. Oh, is that a cookie for me? Is that your cookie? You don't want me to eat your cookie? Have a cookie. Yeah, it's my cookie. Chew on it. Those of you who've, have any of you seen me in a panel before? A few. Well, I like to, I take questions from you guys, and it's your panel, so I don't ramble on about all the BS about my character involvement was so wonderful, la la la. You ask the questions, I answer them. That's how I feed off of you. You feed off of me, and we're all big, one happily fed family. If someone came up to me today, and as I was doing some autographs and stuff, and they said, "You look tired." I went, "What?" I got off a plane last night. I slept really well. I was up at 6 o'clock this morning, tweeting from, and posting from bed, as I do. And it was a good flight. I was posting and stuff before I went on the aircraft. And when I got on yesterday, did anybody see it? If you haven't, go check out my Instagram or my Twitter feed and look back and see, because when I actually got on the plane, and we'd taken off, and we're about 2 or 3 hours into it, the flight attendant who I made friends with, Craig. No, her name was Louise, and she was also, never mind. That's why we love lesbians. I made friends with them, and she said, "Do you want to do something fun?" I said, "Yeah, I want to wear your outfit, and I want to serve ice cream to the whole economy and premium economy cabin." And she went, "Really?" And I went, "Yeah." So I put on her outfit, put some lipstick on, and I went back and served everybody ice cream. It's awesome. Sorry, I'm very sorry if I do tend to sometimes let some profanity come out of my mouth, and I apologize now, but it's nothing nobody's heard on the playground. Because there was one reaction. I went up to the premium economy section, and the guy says, he went, "Oh shit! What the WTF? John Barrowman's on my plane." I went, "Your plane? Are you a virgin?" And he said, "What are you doing on here?" I said, "Am I not allowed to fly?" I said, "The TARDIS wasn't available, but this plane was." So he said, can I have a photograph?" I said, "Yeah, do you want an ice cream?" He said, "Sure." And then he said, "But this one's a bit soft." I said, "Well, don't worry. Captain Jack will always give you something hard." So, I proceeded to go through the whole cab. People were like, "Oh my God, oh my," and the best bit was, and it was terrible. I felt bad about it. Not really. when I was serving this other young couple, and he was really gorgeously handsome, and she was really beautiful, and I was like, you lucky bitch. And he said to me, so, really nice of you to come back here. I said, yeah, very small seats. They're really big where I'm sitting. And she said, can we come up? I went, no, he can, but you can't. What? Like you'd expect anything less from me. Then the captain came down from the cockpit. I love that name. And so he came down and he talked to me for a while, and we talked about airplanes and pits and things like that. And then he went back up, and then the co-pilot came down, and she was a girl, which was great. And I said, well, they've got to call it then a pit, don't they? I'm being clean. Just think of the alliteration, the PP, right? You've got the CP and the PP. Did you get what I'm saying? Kids are like, what's that mean, Mom? Have a fun ride home, everybody. Oh, I've just eaten a whole bag of those jelly worms, so I'm a bit sugar high at the moment. First of all, I love Orlando. Scott and I have a condominium here, but we used to spend a lot of time here when our nieces and nephews were growing up because they always wanted to go to Disney. I'm a big fan of Disney. I am. Yes. Look at this stuff. That was the other thing. Little girls on the plane, they're all coloring their coloring books in because they're excited. They're going to Disneyland. The parents are like this. We're going to Disneyland. The kids are all excited. I said to a little girl, what's your favorite Disney princess? And she went, The Little Mermaid. And half the cabin applauded. And I just stood there and I went, look at this stuff. Isn't it neat? Wouldn't you think my collection's complete? And I sang it to the whole cabin, right? But partway through it, I know dirty lyrics to that song. And when I was done, because I sing them to Scott all the time. It's like, look at this stuff, isn't it neat? Wouldn't you think my record complete? And wouldn't you think? But when I was finished and they're all applauding, I thought, oh Jesus, did I sing the right lyrics? Couldn't remember. But so when my nieces and nephews, we'd come to Orlando for Christmas. When my parents had a house here, and Scott and I also have a condominium in one of the areas. We don't live there, so I don't care. Champions Gate. We were waiting in line one of the first years. Claire and Turner were very little, and they were so excited to be at Disney. And, as a family, we're all in a line. And we're going through the line, and Scott, we're waiting for It's a Small World, because you have to do that if you go to Disney, right? Yeah. Scott, we're waiting in line, and he looked at my dad's in front of Scott. Scott's here. And this is like a couple of years just into our relationship, and families all getting to know each other. And Scott says, you know what? This is what they did to the Nazis when they went to the death camps. I went, really? They went to Disneyland? Disney World? And he was like, no. He said they made them wait in lines. They thought they were going someplace, and then they went somewhere else. My dad just turned around to him and went, you need to lighten up, son. I don't know what it's going to take, but see if you need to drop acid before you go in this, then do it. My father. Now shut up and enjoy the ride. Otherwise, I'm going to gash you when we get home. So we love all doing all this stuff, the family stuff. But I'm going to shut up and I'm going to let you ask your questions. And you can ask anything you want. And if I think it's appropriate, I will answer it. And if I don't, you can just piss off out the door. All right, so I don't know how they have it working. I think there's a microphone there, and then there's a microphone here. So if you've got questions to ask, however they're dealing with them, please don't rush the microphone all at once. One person going, thanks. Thanks a lot. All right? So you make your way up to the microphone. Belly up to the bar, boys. Yes, you go first. Hi, I keep walking out of camera range. I'm sorry. You think I'd know after 25 years I've been in the business this year. Celebrating my 25th year anniversary in the business, and I'm gonna have a big old party, and I'm gonna get really drunk. And are you invited? No. Because I'm gonna get naked. Actually, I might twitcast from my pool then. Question, yes.
Yes, so I know you had posted a picture that you just finished all of your vocals with your new album.
Yes.
That was really cute. And
sorry. Was that me squeaking? Is that because I crossed my legs? There should be no echo anymore then.
But my question.
Oh, come on, don't go. As I'm too close to that. Is that it? Great. Love your work. Go ahead.
With the songs that you just finished recording, which one is your favorite?
I never answer favorite questions.
What are you excited about?
I'm excited about all of them. The thing that I'm...
Good answer.
Get the hint, girl. The album, I did finish all the vocals on Wednesday, and I was, for those who are going to it's not anything to do with MegaCon, the pledge thing that I'm doing, which is my own thing that I'm doing at the hotel. Tomorrow night, tickets will still be available if you go on to pledge this evening till 8 o'clock tonight. And I'm going to play 2 of the tracks tomorrow from the album for people who've come. And we also have not cocktails, but canapes and chocolate and things and all sorts of fun stuff. And I'll do another big question and answer session, even more intimate. Anyway, all stuff aside, I love to sing, and the thing that's great about this album, it started at a convention in the U.S. a while back, which ironically the U.S. haven't pledged as much as they said they would. No offense, don't take it at heart. Just dial. No, we've done very, very well. It's been a great new experience for me. We don't have the constraints of a record company telling us what to do. And I get to choose the songs and the music that I think my fans will like and want to listen to. And so this album is, we kind of know what the title is, but we're waiting on approval because we have to look at the marketing end of it to see if anybody's used the title before or how many times it's been used, blah, blah, blah. There are 11 songs on it. I was born on March 11th, so it's a good number for me. It will be available on iTunes internationally, so you can get it when it comes out. I'm really proud of it. It's really from the heart. It's a really good album, and I hope you all enjoy it if you listen to it, yeah.
Hi.
Hi.
I was wondering, are you familiar with the term headcanon?
Headcanon?
Like,
Is that some kind of gay thing? Because if it is, I should know about it.
I was wondering if you had any personal thoughts about what was going on when Jack and Yanto went on their first date.
If I had any personal thoughts about when Jack and Yanto went on their first date.
Like what it would have been like.
Say it again?
Like what it would have been like.
What would it have been like? Well, it was on film. Their first real date was actually they made Jack actually really kind of asked them out on a date when they were in, I can't remember the office building.
Kiss, bang, bang.
Kiss, kiss, bang, bang. There you go. See, you know more than I do. Yeah, and that was when Jack really kind of revealed to him that he actually wanted something more serious than just the fooling around that they were doing. So that would be the first official date after that they went on. I think it would have been really nice. I think Jack would have been really awkward, which would have made it really nice for Yanto because he would have been in control. And not in that way. And he would have been guiding Jack more on an emotional level because Jack was always one who was cut his emotions off before he got too emotionally attached because if he ever had to decide that it happened, that he'd have to let Yanto go, he didn't want to be so emotionally attached. But that's why he was upset when Yanto did die because he was then emotionally attached to him. But that's, yeah.
Spoiler alert.
Spoiler alert, it was like 4 years ago. You should have already watched the goddamn thing. Spoiler alert? Really? Come on! Sorry. So for those of you who have just started watching it, yes, he dies. Spoiler alert. But it's a really good death. It is. It's really emotional and really sad, and you will cry your eyes out, and then you'll write really nasty letters to the BBC. Trust me, I've read them. Yes.
Thank you for the spoiler. I'm only on season 2 right now.
Oh! He doesn't, I'm only kidding.
No, I saw the pictures, so...
You did?
Yeah.
Well, then what are you getting on to me about it for?
Okay, first of all,
Oh.
I just touched something. Okay. Not that way!
I have no control what people do. No control over that. You just go ahead and touch yourself. You got a question while you're doing it? I might be able to help you along the way. And you know what I've just realized? Please tell me you're 18. Jesus Christ. Don't say a word, just ask the question.
Okay. Well, before I ask the question, I want to say I really love your work. And
Thank you.
I've watched, like, everything.
Thank you.
Except for Torchwood season 3 and
Well, you can
above.
skip it now because you know he's dead.
Yeah, so... my question is, Captain Jack Harkness never met the 11th Doctor on Doctor Who, which I find sad. But have you ever met Matt Smith?
Have I ever met him in real life?
Like Matt Smith?
Yes.
You have?
I have, yes. When Matt first signed on to be Doctor Who, excuse me, I've got allergies, 1 second. When Matt signed on to be Doctor Who, he was coming into the publicity department of the BBC, where I was also doing PR for another show that I did for the BBC at that time called Tonight's the Night. And we had a discussion, and he was really excited about. We sat down at a table, and we both said it would be great if maybe his doctor and my Jack crossed, and all sorts of things. And you know, whether it was ever to be is up to the people who write it, not up to us.
And it never happened.
Yeah, it never happened, but those things, that can happen. That's, you know, the way things do happen.
Yeah, bring back Jack 2014.
That's a petition that you have to start. Thank you. Yes.
If you could vacation to anywhere in
Is
the
there
world...
anybody got like an unopened bottle of water I could have, please? Yes, go ahead.
If you could vacation to anywhere in the world that you haven't been yet, where would you go?
Done, Orlando. Oh, thank you very much. That's where? She's probably rohypnoled this. I was lifting my legs because I had to fart. Vacation. I don't take many vacations, and my husband Scott doesn't like that because he doesn't get to go away very often. But what he forgets is when I come to do things like this in Orlando, this to me is a little bit of a vacation because it's something different from what I do during the week and every day. If I had to choose a place, well, I'm going to Australia this summer for a week. I'm doing 2 conventions in Australia. First time, they're very excited down under. Put a shrimp on the barbie there, Sheila! So I'm very excited about that. But vacation, one of our best vacations we ever had was in Rome. And we went to Rome. We rented scooters for the whole time we were there. And I was Gregory Peck, and Scott was...
Oh my gosh.
It was Roman holiday all over again. No, and we did things like we took the scooters and we drove them down we saw everything we wanted to see in the first 2 or 3 days, and then we took the scooters out. We drove halfway down the Appian Way, where it becomes a real old Roman road with the old cobblestones. Tried doing that on a scooter. I know it doesn't work. It doesn't work, but it sure as hell feels good. So we did that. We really enjoyed that. We had a great time in Antigua, and we were we were looking at land in Antigua that looked right over Montserrat. And we were going to build a house in Antigua to vacation in until I was told and informed that being gay is illegal in Antigua. So fuck that. Sorry, I was really off. I'm terrible. Passionate about that, but yes, we didn't do that because I don't want to be living in a place where I'm illegal. So that's that. So but I hate to say it was a really great vacation. Yeah. So I don't really have a place that I would say. Scott wants to take me to places. He was in Jordan before Christmas with a friend of his, and I like places where I can go do things. When Scott takes me somewhere and he'll say, this brick here, it's very wonderful because it was once a wall that surrounded a castle and blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, yeah, show me the castle. Show me the castle. I can go to World of Harry Potter or whatever and I can see your Hogwarts. That's much more interesting to me. Anyway, so if I get a perfect vacation spot, I will soon tell you. Don't worry.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Yes.
If you could ride any steed into battle,
Somebody beat you to it. This is Kelsey, everybody.
Hello, Kelsey.
Kelsey looks after me. Obviously, you're late with water. You're fired. Yes.
If you could ride any steed into battle, what would it be and why?
Say it again.
If you could ride any steed into battle, what would it be and why?
I've got my own quirky answer, so shut up. And some of you will not know what I'm talking about. I would ride John Steed in from the Avengers. Can you imagine him, the old man, me like that? And the battle would be... Oh, it's got to be a battle against the Daleks. It's got to be. Is that a quirky enough answer for you? What would you ride in? What steed would you ride in, and to what battle? Go on.
Probably the Leviathan from the Leviathan trilogy.
Yeah. See, I was going somewhere completely different. Then again, what would you expect from me? Thank you very much. Next time I'll ride the Leviathan in, just to make you happy. Yes.
Hi.
Hello.
Hello.
Peter Pan, everybody.
I really enjoy Broadway, and I know you have sung a lot of Broadway songs. If you could pick any musical at all, despite gender or anything, what musical would you do?
Oh, if I could... What? Despite gender?
Or anything, like race, gender, anything.
All right, I do have shows that I would want to do, right? But I have played a woman on stage. So I think I'd like to do, obviously I love Wicked, so Elphaba. I have a car called Elphaba. It's a peppermint metallic green 1982 Mercedes SL convertible, mint condition, sits in my garage, and I call it Elfie. I know it is. It's beautiful. Other things. There's shows that I'd like to do. I'd like to do Mac and Mabel. I'd also really love to do La Cage again and take it on tour. What else? What? Hedwig? Hedwig and the Angry Inch. I couldn't play that. I'm not going to say any more. So there's a lot of shows I'd like to do, and I've put a Broadway tune on this current album. I've put on "This Is the Moment" from Jekyll and Hyde because it was a song that I sang when I used to dance around my apartment when I first moved to New York naked, and because I thought I was Seriously, I thought I was going to take over the city. And then reality struck. And I realized I wasn't a superhero. So those are kind of the favorites. But a good friend of mine is playing Alphabet at the moment in the West End. And I like what that show stands for, I like the underdog. I just do. Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yes.
Hi, John.
Hi.
My question is, when you filmed the season 1 of the new Doctor finale with Christopher, by the way, season 1 spoiler.
Yeah, she'll get you.
Anyway, when you kiss him, I heard that in one take you kissed him so long until you two fell on the floor. Is that right? I read that on the internet.
You heard it on the internet. Well, there you go. I honestly, if I did, they've probably got it on film somewhere, but I don't remember us kissing so long that we fell. Chris Eccleston wasn't really the type to do that. David would have done that. But I was very proud of that moment because it was the first time ever that sexuality didn't mean anything in the world of Doctor Who and also on television, and it was about the love between two people, as I loved Rose Tyler exactly the same. And it was, I kissed her with the same amount of passion and degree of tongue as I did him. So to me, that was a big moment. And the thing was, it went over, nobody caught on to it. The newspapers all of a sudden, were like, oh my God, he just kissed the Doctor. He's the first man in history to kiss this iconic, British television figure. And that was it. And that was the start of it all. And it didn't matter. Everybody, young kids, how old are you?
18.
18. So when Doctor, that was 8 years ago, you were about 10, 9 or 10, when it first came out. And kids were like, yeah, so what? Because my friend has 2 dads, and my other friend's got 2 moms, and da-da-da-da, who cares? And when the newspapers finally caught on to everything and sat me down in an interview, and they said, so do you feel bad that you're leading the nation's children astray? And I'm like, guys, that was like 5 weeks ago. Why don't you go ask the kids who are watching it, 10 million of them a week. Ask them what they think, because actually, I don't care. Yeah? So it was a huge moment, but, they were both good kissers. Proud to say. Yes.
All right, well, you already answered my first question.
Okay, so then go away.
So
Did she just do what I thought she did? She did the Birdo. I did one of those. Well, I'm going to do the British one. Go on.
So then my second question, if you were to be in a Hogwarts house, which would it be? Since I already know what kind of kisser David Tennant is now.
What? No, because, do I want to be a bad guy or do I want to be a good guy at Hogwarts? Or do I want to create my own house, call it the Big Gay House?
That would be Hufflepuff.
Sorry?
That would be Hufflepuff.
Hufflepuff. Or otherwise, as we know it in Britain, as Hufflepuff. Yeah, that would be my house. Exactly. Good on you. Yes.
Hi.
Hi.
My question is, when
You look like you're about to stride into battle. Very nice.
Thank you. Hi. My question is, when you were filming seasons 1 through 3 of Torchwood, you filmed in Cardiff, but season 4 took place a lot in America. I want to know if there was any big differences to producing and filming in that.
Food.
Food? Could you elaborate?
Could I elaborate? Twinkies. Sandwiches? No. It was Mekhi Phifer who was in that series also. When we took him to the UK, in America, when you film, there's craft services. Someone walks around with a tray of food all the time. And I think it's great because the company, the guys who really work hard are the guys behind the scenes and the camera and the set guys and all that kind of stuff. And they need to be fed to keep, because they don't get to sit in the trailer and wait. They work. So to give them food is great. So when we go back to the UK, Mackay's like, where's craft services? And I'm like, you're lucky if you get a piece of bread. And he's like, what is this cup of tea and biscuits time? What do you mean cup of tea? I said, that's all you're going to get. He said, but we're on a beach and it's freezing. I went, enjoy your cup of tea. You ain't getting no more. There's no craft services here, because in kind of that way, that money in Britain, they like to put it on the television. And because the BBC is a publicly funded and owned company, and it's by license fees that pay for those TV programs, we can't spend money on irrelevant stuff like food. Because they look like you should feed yourself before you come to work or go buy your own lunch. Because a lot of you, when you go to work, you buy your own lunch, right? Yeah, so why shouldn't actors have to do that?
Thank you, John.
And I'm going to get shot down now by the union. Anyway, yes, you're welcome. Next question.
Okay. So I was wondering, who was your role model growing up that really influenced you to become an actor?
I'm one of those people. I never grew up going, oh, I want to be like that person. I kind of, my parents, I took a lot of the stuff from them. My dad was a businessman. I run my career like a business. And I also like to have fun with what I'm doing. I took that from my mother and my dad. If I was to look at somebody that I would say that I used to really watch an awful lot, it would have been Gene Kelly. And later on in my career, I had the chance to meet him, and I sat and talked to him, and it was really wonderful. And I was squeeing and fanboying and. The thing I liked about him was that, and not that Fred Astaire wasn't like this, but Fred Astaire was a little slimmer. If you were to do comparisons, David would be Fred Astaire, David Tennant, and I would be Gene Kelly, right? Jack would be Gene Kelly, and the Doctor would be Fred Astaire. Two different types. For me, Fred Astaire, he was a guy's guy. Do you know what I mean? And he was really great at dancing, really, not the best voice in the world, but could get stuff across, but he always looked like a man when he was on stage. Not that Fred Astaire didn't, but I just thought he was a little slimmer and a little more elegant than Gene Kelly, who looked like he could pick up a football. You know what I mean? That's really sounding really kind of weird now, me saying all that, isn't it? But you know what I mean, don't you? Thank you. I'm going to shut up now. Thank you for that. Yes.
Sorry, gorgeous, you've had me on my knees forever. But
Well, there's a first. Yes.
I would like to ask you about the first time you met Scott.
Uh-huh.
About how did you meet Scott?
Go buy my book. I was doing a show in Chichester at the Chichester Festival Theatre. I was in a play with Alexis Denisoff and Anthony Head. We were doing a play called Rope, which is a Patrick Hamilton play, which later Alfred Hitchcock then did about the Leopold. They say it's about the Leopold and Loeb murders, but it was actually long before then. Premise of the show, in a nutshell: two boys who are living together, very upper class, wealthy young boys, murder somebody, do all sorts of things to his body, put him in a trunk, and then invite his family around to have dinner on the trunk while their relative's dead body is in there, and it's a game they play. And their best friend, who was played by Anthony Head, comes along, figures something's going on, and tries to get them to admit it. That's the premise of the whole show. I was naked with Alexis for the first 10 minutes on stage. Both of us walking around talking, and it was theater in the round, so you could see everything. And Alexis and I used to, before we'd go on, because we had to be at times intimate in that show, and we just, you made sure everything was looking good before you went on for the number, and it was quite fun. But Scott, his first vision of me was everything. So he knew what he was getting. And it still didn't turn him away. So that's how we met. And then that evening, I was having dinner with Sarah Brightman, and just to drop another few names. And we were discussing something that we were going to be doing for the future. And Scott was so embarrassed. He told me, and this is afterwards, he said, I thought you were out of my league.
Aww.
I know, isn't it sweet? Now I'm paying for everything. And he then came to the dressing room afterwards and saw me there. Again, I was pulling my pants up when he met me. And then I went to dinner, and he wouldn't come over and talk to me, so I went over and talked to him, and it progressed from that point on. It was about another year before I actually met him, but I kept seeing him at bus stops and things around London when I was driving. Yes, we do ride public transportation in the United Kingdom, buses. She's laughing. She's like, what's a bus? And I didn't want to stop and talk to him because I thought he would think I was going to be this older guy because I thought he was younger than me. It turns out he was older, but he looks younger, so I thought he was going to think I was trying to pick up a younger man, and he'd think I was. And he asked me at one point when I was driving my Jag past him, he stopped, and I waved, and he pulled over. I pulled over, and I was test driving the Jag because I was interested in buying one, and I'm sitting there, and he said, "So is this your sugar daddy's car?" I went, "No." I said, "If anything, I'll be your sugar daddy." That was it. No. So that's kind of in a nutshell how I go into more detail in the book about all this stuff, and it's quite sweet and it's quite funny, actually.
All right, thank you.
You're welcome. Yes.
All right, I've only really followed.
Have you been running?
I wish. Really, I do. I've only.
I love you already.
I've only really followed your work on Arrow and Attack of the Show.
Nice.
Rest in peace.
Yes.
What was your most memorable moment on Attack of the Show?
The most memorable moment is when we were doing the Consumer Report thing, and his name just jumped out of my head. He was drawing. Sorry.
Chris Hardwick?
No, not Chris. It was
Matt Myra?
Matt. Sorry. Yeah, Matt was drawing the circles in the thing to make it. He was like saying, "This is a goodbye, and this is a goodbye, but this is not a goodbye." And it looked like genitals all the time. And I literally couldn't speak because and he was getting away with it because he just made it slightly look like genitals that were a little deformed. And it was very funny. So if you go on YouTube, go look that up. It's really, you'll be wetting yourself by the end of it. So that was the most memorable part for me from that. I love doing it. Love doing it.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Yes.
Hi.
Hello. Nice outfit.
Thank you.
I love it.
This is like the best day ever for me.
Is it?
Yeah.
It's the best day ever for me, too, because all these people like me. Thank you. Yes.
My question was, it would complete my weekend even before it starts if I could just have a hug.
I love that they all said no. Look at that. No! I love that you're asking, but they will all get really pissed off. You won't? Okay. Don't everybody ask for one now.
Aw, man, you took my question, John.
Did I? Oh, shucks.
But seeing how energetic you are in person,
Yeah.
did you pull any pranks or anything on the set of Doctor Who at all?
All
or
the time.
Mess with them?
Oh my God, all the time. All the time. And to ask for specifics off the top of my head, there's what? Cake.
David, I got cake. Cake is alive.
Woo! Yeah, that story too.
Sorry, couldn't hear it. Can you
No,
say it
she's
again?
talking about the cake story. I'll let her meet up afterwards. She'll tell you. I used to play a lot of jokes. More so, I got away with a lot more on Torchwood. I used to, every scene that Eve Miles was filming when it was her close-up, I notoriously would have my trousers off.
Gave her something to look at.
Certainly did. And one particular story, you may have heard this from online stuff, but I've never told it in Orlando before. But the sequence where Jack was being shoved off of the cliff by Yanto, surrounded in cement. The cement explodes. Jack gets out. I'm completely naked. The only way we could film it was if I was completely naked. I was also the first guy ever naked on Doctor Who when they were doing the gun thing, and I pulled the.
Oh yeah. Yeah. How did you fit that in there?
Room 2205 at the DoubleTree, and I'll show you. Don't go to that room because it's not mine. Some poor old lady. You're like that. I got a gun. She's like, what? Show me where it fits. I'll show you where it fits. We thought that would have been too much to do that, but that was Jack. Jack would have hid that gun. And there was one take that I did it. I actually went, when ladies, and then they're like, John, you have to be a little more subtle. Because it really looks like you're pulling something. I'm like, but I'm supposed to be. They said, just give us a little one. So that was the couple of things. But I was naked. And one of the crew was walking around the corner, and I'm standing there like this. Ladies, your ratings just went up. And he went, oh, Jesus Christ, Barrowman. But when the cement thing exploded on Torchwood, and I got up and I stepped out of it, I stood there. I was naked. Now, normally you're supposed to wear a little cover, okay? None of them fit. David and I were always complaining. You normally wear a cover, but I didn't, because I know, the people were like my family. I didn't care. Eve loved the laugh. So did Gareth, and everybody who was there. Kai. So I jumped out of the thing. I'm standing there, and I'm standing like that, and they're driving around the corner. Now, if you go back and you watch that sequence, they all get out of the car, and you see Eve they're trying to do the Torchwood walk as I that kind of strut. She gets out, and she goes... And Gareth goes... And Kai gets out and goes... Because I'm standing there, I warmed it up a little bit. Like that. Now, what they were really laughing at, because I was doing that a little bit too. And as I walked towards them, Eve had to look at the ground because she started laughing, because what I'd done, it's a quarry. There was rocks all over the place. I couldn't wear shoes because you could see my feet. It would look stupid with this naked guy with shoes on. So what did I do? I took Stay Free maxi pads and put them on my feet.
Oh my God.
Can I just tell you, halfway down that walk towards them, I was like that, Jesus Christ, these are really absorbent. I could barely move my feet. It's like wearing bricks. I don't know how you gals do it. Oh, so that was why they were all laughing. Not because I was naked, but because I had these things. I had wings on them too, so I could fly. Thank you.
Thank you, John.
You're welcome. Yes.
Was Merlin still in grade school when Tommy was born?
No.
Because the two characters appear about 10 years different in age.
All right. Now, if you watched the whole series?
I missed this week's.
Did you? Okay. So, if you go back... No spoilers. If you go back and you listen to some of the speeches that Malcolm says, he actually explains where... I don't want to give any spoilers away. No!
Did you go into a Lazarus pit?
No, but I don't want... I can't... I'm not going to give a lot of stuff because I go back filming next week.
But we'd be really excited if you did.
I know you would. But put it this way. It might not be said for a long time, but Andrew Kreisenberg and I talked about some stuff, and certain things happened on Nanda. That's all I'll say. Is that all right? Do you follow me? Nanda Parbat? Okay. That's all I'm going to say. Certain things might have happened. But it is worked out that Malcolm could have had him when he was a teenager, like about 17, 18. And my theory behind it, and this is for me, John Barrowman, this is nothing the scriptwriters have said, but I think that he got his girlfriend, pregnant in school, and he made the commitment that he loved her so much, and this is his first wife who was killed, that he was going to build a life and a family. And that's why he's so driven and so determined to do the things that he's doing, because he's had to struggle and fight for everything. And that's why he sees himself as being a hero, but in a very different light, right? Just he does things completely in the wrong way. I don't know. Talk to DC about that one. So that's what but the theory is he could have had Tommy, but very early in life. And, that's really all I can say. I can't help it, I look young.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Yes.
Earlier you were talking about you being on the airplane on the way here. So do you happen to remember this young fellow?
Oh, is this the guy that tweeted my thing's exact words? Yeah. Yeah, I do remember him. Why? Is he? Oh, well. That was the one he was saying WTF, John Barrowman, but I can't read what he said. Where's the comment? It's a picture, but there is a Yeah, no, the comment's quite funny because he does it verbatim. He says it verbatim, and it was very, the thing about the ice cream, that was the one. What? Oh, great.
Everyone's so prepared.
You gotta love these young'uns. You don't have it. You gotta look it up right now. What do you mean you say you have it right here? Hurry up, or I'm gonna rip that wig off your head. Oh, come on. It says, okay, for some reason, John Barrowman was on my plane. Your plane? That was when I said, you're a virgin. Dressed as an air hostess, we call them flight attendants, giving out ice lollies, and I was like, WTF, and said, this is now the best day of my life. And he said, bet you didn't think Captain Jack Harkness would be giving you something to suck on. This actually happened. See, my stories are real. They don't just happen in my world. Oh, you should hear those stories.
Thank you.
Yes. Is that you done?
Yeah.
Lovely. Sit down. Next.
Hi. First thing, I know absolutely nothing about you until today. My mom, hold on. My mom is, my mom's obsessive. Maybe not stalker. Well, I don't know what she does in her free time, but maybe not stalker obsessive. But she has seen everything about you, and it's hilarious.
Mom, did you give her pill today?
No. But it's so funny because when she's explaining to our roommate, Torchwood, he doesn't understand what it's about, so the easiest way to explain it is a gay alien show. I don't know. I've heard her say it before. I kind of tuned out after that, but I've heard her say it. But anyway, my question was, I don't know if you watch Supernatural.
I love you already, too. Because you just don't know the word stop, do you? Or limits. Or shoe and foot in mouth. Gay alien show?
That's what she
Where's
said.
your mom? Where are you? What TV show were you watching?
Hey, she's deaf and half blind for her
Oh,
defense.
she's deaf and half blind. Okay, sorry.
For her defense. Well, sudden hearing loss. Okay, she's kind of deaf.
Because I do know how to sign fart, and that's it.
But
Oh my God, I just insulted a deaf and blind woman.
partially deaf.
Partially deaf, so you can hear this.
You
know what I love about you guys? You love a laugh. That's the most important thing. Anyway, go finish up. What else?
I don't know if you watch Supernatural, but if you have, if you could date, or if you could kiss any character on Supernatural, who would it be? Keep in mind, Jason Ackles is on that show, or however you pronounce his last name.
I don't want to give my secrets away because I don't want you to know my fantasies.
Just a name, you know.
No. The thing is, I have said I would like to be on the show.
It is an awesome show.
That's all I'm going to say, and they can do whatever they like with me with anybody. Did you understand that? What? I don't understand when people shout at me. I love you too! Yes. Actually, speaking, although I'm all joking around, one of the characters that my sister and I created, the very first character we created in the Hollow Earth series, was the character of Zach. And this is the books that I write with my sister. He's was the first character, and he's a deaf character, and he communicates through telepathy. And sounds to me like your daughter does all the communicating for you, so that's wonderful. Thank you for the fun. Yes, anyone else? Yes? Hurry up!
Hi, John.
Meow. Hi.
I'm Indigo. So I don't know much about you except that you're gay, and that, well, I know that you're a pretty great person, but I don't know much about you.
Okay.
I haven't watched a lot of your shows. But
Yes?
I was wondering...
There's a lot more to me than just being gay.
Well, that's good. That's a good thing. I was wondering, do you have any advice for a budding model/actress?
Okay, choose.
Fine.
Seriously,
Well,
choose. Do you want to be a model or do you want to be an actress? Because to be a model/actress, Naomi Campbell's a shitty actress. But she's a great model, right? So my thing is, decide what you want to do in life and go for it, right? So if you're worried, you could be the best looking actress, because there's a lot of them out there, or you could be the best model. But seriously, once you decide what you want to do it. Then you can diversify once you are successful at that one thing. And if that's the case, do the modeling for a while, but then when you're successful, then get the acting, or take the acting lessons while you're doing it, but don't just assume that because you're a model, you're going to be a good actress. Right? Yeah. Or vice versa, because I look like an idiot on a catwalk. Right? So, that would be my advice to you. That's what I did. I focused on the first thing I knew that I could do really, really well, and that was musical theater, and then I did it for 16 years. And that's when I decided then I was going to branch out, and then Doctor Who came along, and then Torchwood, and then it just built and built and built. But I honed in on my craft of what I really wanted to do, and as my dad said, he said, don't flake out on it. Commit to it and do it. And that's why I say decide, because you'll be good at one, and then you'll learn about the other. Yeah?
Thank you.
Come and show us your catwalk walk. Yes.
Hi. Sweet Jesus, I can't believe I'm up here.
Sorry, I can't hear you. You need to get closer to the microphone.
Sorry. I said hi.
Hi.
Sweet Jesus, I can't be up here. Can't believe I'm
I
up
still
here.
didn't understand a word you just said.
It's not important. It's not important.
Giggity, giggity.
God, I was going to sign this whole thing, and now I can't.
I love Family Guy. Yes.
I know in the past you had been involved with, I think it was hearing dogs for deaf individuals. I was
Correct.
wondering if
I'm a patron of the charity along with Princess Anne. Yes.
And then I was wondering if, other than what we just saw, if you actually do any signing yourself.
I don't do any signing, no, and I'm sad to say that I don't because, and the reason I feel that I can have a good laugh with the young lady out there is because obviously she has a sense of humor. And like I said, with the character, that we did put a lot of the signs. American signing and British signing are very different. And we put up a chart to show the readers what they could do, and it's online. But most of the shows that I do, for instance, when I do pantomime every Christmas in Glasgow, thank you. For those of you who don't know what it is, it's a blast. But it's geared towards children, and I always do shows with a signer. But I don't just have my signer stand. Our signer, she comes into the show and she dances with us. She signs while I do that. I'm not being crass, but she does the signing, the dancing, the moving. I actually then talk to her and she signs obviously what I'm saying, but then answers. And it's a great show that we do. We choose a couple of them to do for those specific audiences. So it's something I'd love to do because when I do concerts, I always think I'd love to do one of the songs and sign it while I sing it. Because I think that and this is another thing about like being an actress, the physicality of the movement brings out more emotion because the passion that if you ever watch any actors or actresses who are signers doing their signing.
Marlee Matlin?
Yeah. They're incredible because the passion behind it and the emotion, and for those of us who are just speaking actors, to get that emotion behind it, is what we are all striving for. And she's just doing it with her hands. It's amazing. So yes, I would love to one day. One day.
When I started reading Hollow Earth and you announced that the one character was deaf, I was so excited.
Yeah.
I took ASL in college, and I'm the note taker for a student in my class, and it's pretty fantastic that you're so aware.
Well, yeah, everybody has to be aware in the world. Be aware of everybody else, and that makes the world a better place. Yep.
Thank you.
But also, learn to laugh at yourself, because you have to. Otherwise, we take ourselves too seriously, and we all end up like Vladimir Putin. Don't think you all haven't thought that. Yes.
Well, I'm sorry.
That's all right. Don't worry about them. Just fix the camera.
Yeah. Well, I have a friend who had just had a quinceañera, so she has like thousands of dollars to spend on MegaCon. But her parents would not let her go just because they just said she couldn't go. So
How old is she?
She's 15 now.
Well, then her parents say the right thing.
Yeah.
No, I don't mean that, but they're the ones who make the
Right.
decision. She's not 18 yet.
Yeah. Can you please tell her happy birthday?
What's her name?
Jennifer?
Jennifer, happy birthday. And your parents are the rulers until you're 18. Sorry.
Thank you, John. Appreciate
You're welcome.
it.
Yes.
It's actually my 21st birthday.
Is it?
So basically,
Oh,
would you...
come here. You had your chance, buddy. You lost it.
I was.
You had to turn and talk to your girlfriend. She don't care. She'll kiss you more after I kiss you.
Boyfriend.
Your boyfriend won't care either. Anyway, happy birthday.
Thank you.
Yes.
Do you want to have
21,
drinks
you'll
later?
still be like that. 25, you'll be like, kiss him. Go ahead.
Would you like to have drinks later?
Sir, what?
Drinks?
Drinks?
Yeah.
I've just been propositioned. See, Scott, it still happens. 21 years old. Yes, go ahead.
That was my question.
Happy birthday.
Thank you.
Where's your boyfriend? Where is he? Love you. Room 2202. Again, we'll show you the gun trick. Yes.
Well,
And you come along, the girl who just knows me is being gay, and I'll show you what gay's really about. Yes.
Well, I'll take the kiss. Kidding.
You look like you're 15. I ain't touching you.
Oh, no. We all look like this.
You all look like this.
Yeah. Trust me, I can make that joke. You guys can't, unless you are.
I have no clue what this boy's talking about. What's your question?
I just want to know what it's like to come from saying things like, "How about I come up to your? I'll come up."
Oh, don't say it! Don't say it! Don't say it! Don't say it! Don't say the P word.
I won't say the word. I promise.
Yep.
I'll try not to.
Okay.
How about I come up to your place and?
Yep. I got it.
Shark Attack 3.
Got it. For those of you who have not seen Shark Attack 3 Megalodon,
Wait until you're 18.
put it this way, wait until you're 18, but the line rhymes with, what do you say I take you home and watch I Love Lucy? But I say eat I Love Lucy, if you know what I mean. And I did it to get a rise out of the girl who was emotionless in the film with me, and the director said, do something to make her laugh, and I did it, but he kept it in the damn film. And it's become one of the best drinking lines in movie history. It's been ranked as one of the top 5 B-rated movie lines ever. And I made it up.
But yeah, what's it like to come from that to trying to murder Stephen and Mel? Please tell
What's it like coming from that? Well, the thing is, that movie bought my first house, so yay! I'll say that line over and over again because of that. And trying to kill Stephen Amell, that's fantastic. When Stephen, they told me about playing, I don't know how to answer that question. But the thing is, when they first told me that I was going to be, they wanted me to be an Arrow, I said, look, Andrew, one of the things I want you to do is just write me one scene where he's completely shirtless. I don't care. And what did they do and spoiler alert, there was one sequence in the last series, he's hanging from the roof and he's shirtless and he's, And I walked in as Malcolm Merlin, and they said, and action! And I told the director, I said, just go with me on this one. And I walked up to him and I went, so. What's happening there now? Cut! Yeah. So I love my job.
Oh, great. I love it too.
Thank you very much. I appreciate that.
Thank you.
Yes.
My friend wasn't able to make it today, which was really sad.
Oh,
we planned this for months.
Okay, you did?
We planned it for a long time,
Oh.
and he wasn't able to make it.
Oh.
But I have one question for you.
What?
Can I please take a selfie with you? Please?
No, better yet. Do you have a phone? Do you have a phone?
Yeah.
Call your friend. How old are you? You're 15. Oh my God. How old's your friend? 17. What's his name? What? I've got it on speaker and it's not doing anything. There's nothing. Hello? Hello? Oh, it's dialing. You're 15 and you don't work with technology well? Oh! It's not ringing. Here. Sorry. I was going to call him. I really was. Wait a minute. What is that picture? Come up. Quick, quick, quick. Be quick. Yes. Yes, you angel of death. Ah! Ah! Ah!
Hi, first of all, happy belated birthday.
Oh, thank you very much.
Second of all, my sister's birthday is Tuesday. I was wondering if I could record you saying happy birthday.
See what happens? Happy birthday to your sister.
Can you say her name is Samantha?
Samantha, happy birthday.
Thank you very much.
Question.
Thanks to you, I have two sons.
It's my Brooklyn babe, innit?
It is, you know it.
All
I got
right.
the banana back there, you know it. Pull it down.
Just pull the mic down in front of your face.
I know.
Pretend it's me.
You were super, I just want to thank you. You were so nice to my son. He was so shy. He couldn't even talk to you, but he adores your singing. And thanks to you, I have a 4-year-old singing Springtime for Hitler.
I'm not sure if that's a good thing or not.
No. He's got a stuffed monkey named Caesar, so we changed it so he sings Springtime.
My phone's ringing.
Again.
Hello? Who's talking to me? Kevin, shut up. He's back there. He says you've gone over your time. Do you care? I just hung up on him. Anyway. Sorry, go ahead, sweetheart.
So I just wanted to thank you. My little boy loves your singing, and the older one too. So
I appreciate it. And if what I'm doing brings a young man or a young woman out of their shell, and they can be more positive about themselves, and they can be, much more confident, then that's a happy day for me. So I'm really pleased about that.
Thank you so much.
I think we're gonna have to wrap it up. But before we go, I wanted to show you a gift that I got from somebody.
Here we go. What did I tell you, ladies and gentlemen? He's not an ass, but he has one.
My Torchwood undies. Thank you, everybody. If I can just say thank you very much. I appreciate everything that you do for me. You've made my life incredible, and I thank you from the bottom of my heart. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, the incomparable, the insatiable, the incredibly talented Mr. John Barrowman!